Happy Friday. Oh, you guys still hear that? That's RJ Barrett planking shots still. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we're here to talk some more basketball, baby. That's right, it's the end of the week, so happy Friday, happy weekend, everybody. Coming off a 1-1 day, we'll take it. We'll go over that in a second. 10-5 run, which you know what, we'll take that too because it is tough sledding out there in the NBA. A lot of inconsistency with players and teams right now. So our NFL best bets video is out now for the two Saturday games. Our video for the two Sunday games will be out Friday afternoon, evening, so later today. And I know we got some new subscribers overnight. First of all, welcome to the channel. We appreciate it, all the support. It's a great community we have here. But some of that reason is because of the final round. If you guys don't know that channel, we will talk about it in a second. But the shout out from Jordan to mention our channel, he didn't need to do that. That was a very nice thing of him to do. I appreciate that. It's just a good reminder that we're all in this together. We're not competing against each other. So, Jordan, if you don't know, he's one of the really good guys in this industry. And those that follow him already do know that probably. He has an incredible channel that helps people research their bets and things like that. So go check it out. We have a link below in the description, but the YouTube channel is called It's the Final Round. Appreciate it, Jordan. And hopefully you guys can go check that out and give him some likes, comments, and go hit subscribe on his channel. So that's what we got. It's dad joke time. I got two of them for you. Hopefully these make you laugh today. The first one, can February March? No, but April May. Okay, that was pretty good, I guess. Next one, last one. What did the blanket say when it fell off the bed? Oh, sheet. That was so dumb. Okay, guys, that's it. Enough of the dad jokes. This video, we're recapping yesterday. We are talking centers. It is defenses that give up the most points, the most rebounds, and the most assists to the center position. We're going to talk some best bets, and then, of course, that Friday parlay like we do every week, and we'll wrap it all up with the bets recap. We're not going to do inside the lines because we're going to change that to every other week. The line against the spread and over/under numbers do not change in 7 days that much. If you want to check it out, it's on the week or on the Friday video from last week. So hit that like button, leave a comment below, help this channel grow. We are a little over 100 away from 20,000 subscribers. Just blowing my mind. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I'm ready to get started. So let's start that basketball journey today with the bets recap. There it is, a 1-1 night. We got Sexton 15 plus points. That was easy. If you took the alternative that I said over 19.5 points, that also cashed. Jalen Williams 15 plus points, easy winner. Lauri Markkanen 8 plus rebounds. My goodness, he had one rebound at halftime. One. And he ended with 10. So if you took the Lauri Markkanen double-double, like I mentioned also, he hit. I don't know how he did it, but in the first half, he just did not get any rebounds. And at halftime, he finally just decided, you know what? I think I should start getting rebounds again. So he got 9. That was a nice plus 102 cash. Probably better odds the next day, actually. I think some people got plus 110, plus 115 on that. And then the next one, RJ freaking Barrett, over 20.5 points. He had 13 points at halftime and ended with 17 points. Guys, for those of you that get upset about these kind of bets, he went 5 for 16. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not the one shooting for him. You can't make the shots. If the volume was there and he had plenty of opportunity, then in my opinion, it was a good read. And like I said, 5 of 16. If he hits one more three, he went 1 of 6 or 1 of 7 from 3-point range. He hits one more three and doesn't miss a free throw, he's over this. And all of a sudden, the bet looks great. So that's not how you judge bets, at least in my opinion. I know there's still people out there that just look at the number and say, you suck, you lost it. But that's just, if you want to be, profitable over the long term, it's good to look at, did you have a good read? Was the volume there? Were the opportunities there? Things like that. RJ Barrett just didn't get it done. So anyways, we are now on a 10-5 run. Overall record 98-89, up 9.15 units. So that's the bets recap. Now let's talk the big men. It's a colorful Friday. That's right. We got 4 matchups on the point screen. If you are new to the channel, the left side are the 10 defenses giving up the most points to the center position in the last 15 days. We got the Hornets facing Wemby of the Spurs, although I heard that he may be questionable or may not play due to rest. So, we did this the night before. I'm not sure. Check that out. Next matchup, we got Jokic going up against the Celtics. That is going to be a good matchup, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But averaging 22.8 points per game, Celtics giving up 25.92 points to the center position. And then the Hawks giving up 26.05 points to the center, playing Bam Adebayo, who has scored 21 points per game. And then the last matchup, Wendell Carter Jr. of the Orlando Magic facing the Philadelphia 76ers. So on the right side are all the centers averaging the most points per game in the last 15 days. Take a screenshot. Hopefully that helps get you some winners. Let's go check out the rebounds now. And we got two matchups. Mr. Nick Claxton going up against the LA Lakers. Claxton averaging 12 rebounds per game the last 15 days. And then Bam Adebayo again against the Hawks. 11.3 rebounds per game. Hawks giving up 15.64 rebounds. And then we go to the final page, the assists, for whatever this means to you guys. Centers and assists, it's kind of a weird stat, but Hornets giving up 5.10. Again, they are facing Wemby, of course, 3.4 assists per game. And then the Nuggets giving up a little over 5, facing Kristaps Porzingis of the Celtics, who has 3.3 assists. Those matchups don't tell me too much, but there are some good ones. Looks like Adebayo's got a good matchup for maybe points and rebounds and all that, but we may talk about that later. So, anyways, that is the center's position, and now it's time to talk the best bets. All right, this first bet is a player prop parlay. It's a little different, but here we go. It's Jamal Murray 20 plus points and Joel Embiid under 13 and a half rebounds at minus 114 on DraftKings. The Embiid under 13 and a half is an alt line. I will talk about that here in a little bit. And Jamal Murray obviously is an alt line too. So Murray 20 plus points. This is a nationally televised game between the Nuggets and the Celtics. Celtics are a top team in this league. I think Murray comes out ready to play aggressive in this one. And he's facing a Celtics team that, let's face it, they're a great matchup. I didn't think they would be a great matchup this year with Drew Holiday and all them. But they gave up the fifth most points to the point guard position in the last 30 days, and they've been doing that all season long. That's at 27.61 points per game. Jamal Murray, 20 plus points in 15 of his last 21 games, and he's been around 15 to 18 shots per game the last 4 games. In the last 3 games, he has played 38, 36, and 34 minutes. The leash has been taken off. There is no more time restriction or minutes restriction. He is going to play big minutes in this one, assuming it's a competitive game. So in a big game like this, I expect him probably to shoot around 20 times. And as long as he doesn't shoot like RJ Barrett or Paolo Banchero in the last 2 nights, I think he should easily score 20. The original line is 22. It looks like it may move to 23 and a half. And I moved it down to 20, and that's all I need from him. So that's the first leg. Second one, I know, Joel Embiid under. The first 3 words just don't sound very good in my head. But it's not points. It's under 13 and a half rebounds. He's averaging 11.6 rebounds per game this season. The original line is 11 and a half right now. Even that is juiced to the under. So the books think he's going to go under 11 and a half. I took it all the way up to 13 and a half on this one. He has gone under 13 and a half rebounds in 23 of 29 games this season, including a terrible 7 rebound performance versus the Nuggets last game. I know some of you guys had or wanted him in the Discord to get 10 rebounds, and he just did not get it done. But he's averaging 17.5 rebound chances per game. I like to talk about this, and that's over the last 10 games. So if he's getting 17, 18 rebound chances this game, he's going to need one hell of a conversion rate and rebounding night to turn that into 14 of them. I mean, usually you're probably thinking 50% for him, probably around 60% of those are rebounds. And on top of that, he's facing the Magic, who give up the 10th fewest rebounds per game to the center position. And like I mentioned, the line's 11 and a half. I'm taking all the way up to 13 and a half. I think he goes under 11 and a half, but it might be tight. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 10 rebounds or something this game, but I just think 13 and a half is more of a safe bet and a great parlay piece. So if you can't do this, I don't mind Jamal Murray over 22 and a half points if you can still get that, or maybe Embiid over under 11 and a half. I'd probably lean Murray over 22 and a half as my number one option though. So anyways, that is bet number 1, and let's move on to bet number 2. All right, the second bet takes us out to New Orleans. We got the Pelicans hosting the Phoenix Suns. Pelicans -2, total in this game 238. Suns 14, 25 and 1 ATS, 7, 9 and 1 ATS on the road. Pelicans 24, 17 and 1 against the spread, including 13 and 8 ATS at home. Over-unders, Suns 22 and 18 to the over. Pelicans 21, 20 and 1 to the over. Now, no player prop in this one. I'm going right into my best bet. Give me the Pelicans on the money line at -130. If you want to take the -2 or these odds go up to -145, 150, I would not take the money line at that point. I'd probably just take the spread if you want to tail this bet, of course. I feel kind of square taking this bet, but I just think the Pelicans are the better team right now. I haven't been that impressed by the Suns. They may figure it out as it gets later in the season. But I don't know what it is. I just don't love them on the offensive side of the ball. I think they get stagnant sometimes. And I mean, they just needed a miracle comeback to barely beat the Kings. I think they beat the Kings. Yeah, it was by two at home, thanks to Grayson Allen hitting 9 3 balls also in that one. But when this Pelicans team is fully healthy, they are a very good team. They were last year and they are again this year. They are the better offensive and defensive team, in my opinion, right now. They're top 7 in both offensive and defensive rating. I know it's the Suns haven't had all their guys, but I still agree with that. And the Pelicans, better 3 point shooting team. Pelicans forced a lot of turnovers. They are second in steals in the league, which is not good for the Suns because they are 24th in the league at coughing up the ball, turning it over a little over 14 times per game. Part of that for the Pelicans is thanks to Herbert Jones, one of the best defenders in the NBA. Pelicans are the better rebounding team, too, top 10 in the league. The Suns don't really have guys, I don't think, that can stop Zion, Brandon Ingram, and CJ McCollum. Just too many weapons. And then you look at the bench, and you got Trey Murphy coming off the bench for the Pelicans. They've had more bench scoring than the Suns. The Suns really rely on the big three, and I guess Grayson Allen sometimes when he goes off on fire. But I've seen inconsistencies from Devin Booker, even from Kevin Durant a little bit, and Bradley Beal still he's kind of a shell of himself, to be honest with you right now. And I don't think the Suns are a terrible team or anything like that, but I do think the Pelicans are the better team in so many aspects right now. They've played together for longer, and they are the home team. I'm just not understanding why this is almost a pick 'em line. So give me the Pelicans. I think they should be favored by probably 5 points at home here, but minus 130 on the money line is my second best bet. If I have any added bets, it will be in the pinned comments below, and I more than likely will in the morning. Not a ton out, not a great slate for Friday, to be honest with you. But it's now time for the Friday parlay. All right, let's go. We are due for a win with these Friday parlays. I got one for plus 310 on DraftKings. Give me Miles Bridges under 23.5 points, Grayson Allen over 2.5 threes, and the Heat on the money line. So let's start with Miles Bridges, not McCall Bridges. This is Miles Bridges of the Hornets. Under 23.5. His line is 22.5. I just took it up one to be safe. If you want to take under 22.5, go for it. We just bet him on his last game under 21.5 points, and he went under even though he decided to randomly shoot 21 times with LaMelo Ball and Rozier on the court, and he still went under. It was tight, I'm not going to lie. So now I'm going to bump this up to 23.5 and take the under. LaMelo Ball and Rozier are still in the lineup, and he has yet to go over 23.5 points with those two in the lineup. I think it's been like 5 or 6 games. He doesn't usually shoot 21 times per game when those guys are in, so I'm assuming he gets more like 17 shots out of him. And if he takes 17 shots, unless he's just on absolute fire, I don't see him scoring 24 or more points. I know the Spurs aren't great defensively. I get that. But I still think the number is too high. And to be honest with you, this could be a blowout in the Hornets' direction because Victor Wembanyama is he's out due to rest because he's tired from playing 22 minutes a game and being 19 years old. I don't understand, but it is what it is. That's Popovich for you. I'm expecting a big game from LaMelo Ball. I think a lot of guys are going to be able to score because of this defense, so it's not just going to be Miles Bridges' show or anything like that. So, of course, any sort of blowout either way helps. So give me Miles Bridges under 23.5 points. Second one, Grayson Allen over 2.5 threes. Like I said, he just hit 9 last game against the Kings. He's someone who mostly takes all of his shots from the 3 point range, if you look at it. With Beal, Durant, and Booker on the floor, he's really not the opponent's number one worry, to be honest with you. And Pelicans, even though they've been really good defensively, especially defending the paint, they have given up the most 3 point attempts. They're not giving up a high 3 point percentage shooting, but they have given up the most attempts. They've given up the most 3 pointers made to the small forward position at like 3.5 per game. If he shoots 7 plus threes again, I really like his chances to hit three. Guys, I don't bet 3 balls a lot because you're just counting on a guy to make shots. But you know what? There's not a ton out there. And I do think with the way he's shooting, he's on fire and the volume he has right now in this matchup. I think over 2.5 threes is a pretty good bet. Probably not a bad bet on its own either. I think it's minus 125, 130. And then the final one, Heat money line. They're at home taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young is now questionable with an illness as of right now. The night before, if he doesn't play, this line will move obviously even more. So I think we'll get good value. But I think that he bounced back here. They had a terrible loss against the Toronto Raptors. It was just blowout city. So they should be somewhat rested. They didn't play huge minutes. The Hawks need to rebuild. They are just awful. They're just a bad team, guys. They're the worst against the spread team in the entire NBA. and it's not even close. We've talked about that before. They're 27th in defensive rating. They can't stop anything. They struggle versus big men. Have you seen? I think Bam Adebayo has a great game. His lines are kind of high, but I do think he has a really good game. And I just like the Heat here. The better coach, the better team, the more physical team, the better defensive team. Give me the Heat on the money line at home against the Hawks. Pair it with Grayson Allen over 2.5 threes and Miles Bridges under 23.5 points. You get plus 310 on DraftKings. Those are my two best bets and the Friday parlay. Again, any added plays will be in the Discord, on X, and also in the pinned comments below. So be sure to check that out. Thank you guys for listening. Let's check out the bets recap. The first one, the player prop parlay, Jamal Murray 20 plus points and Joel Embiid under 13.5 rebounds. I got that at minus 114 on DraftKings. And then just straightforward, give me the Pelicans on the money line at home against the Suns at minus 130 and the Friday parlay plus 310. Bridges under, Grayson Allen over 2.5 threes, and the Heat money line. Hopefully, we can just sweep the board today. That would be a great way to end the week. Again, I probably will have another added play, waiting on some player props and still going through some things. It's already midnight my time, so I just got to end the video now. But anyways, I appreciate all the support this week. Like usual, leave a comment below. Let me know who you guys' best bet is so we can all get some winners. Anyways, hope you guys all have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.